Henson.
So there I was at the age of about 15, standing on the top diving board, hanging on to the railings at the back for dear life. My heart was thumping, my knees were knocking, my palms were sweating. A bit like this afternoon, really. But I couldn't have been more terrified. 3 questions were going through my head. Why did I come up here? How can I get back down again? And why didn't I wear brown trunks? Have you ever been in a situation where you've really wanted to do something but you've been too scared to take the plunge? Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. There were 3 diving boards at my local swimming baths. The lowest was a 1 metre springboard. Then there was the middle board, a 4 metre springboard. And finally there was the top diving board. A solid diving platform way up high. Can you see it? No, of course you can't. It's far too high. You'll just have to use your imagination. For ages I really wanted to dive off of this top diving board. I watched other people doing it, and then one day I plucked up the courage and walked around to the steep metal steps that led up to the diving board. As I gripped the handrails, my knuckles turned white, my breathing grew heavier, and I felt really nervous. And I was still only on the first step. Eventually I hauled myself up onto the diving platform, and ladies and gentlemen, it's here that you find me clinging onto the railings for dear life. I hung about there for quite some time, letting other people go first, acting kind of cool. No, after you, after you. After some of the guys had gone past me about 6 or 7 times, they began to get a little bit suspicious. Are you going to dive, you wimp? What's up with you big girl's blouse? Have you wet yourself? I hadn't, honestly, it was just the water dripping from my trunks. Then this guy appears on the diving platform. He had short, tousled dreadlocks. He was a few years older than me. He was tall, athletic, good-looking, and to be honest, annoyingly cool. He looked down at me. What's up with you, kid? He also had a strange accent. No, nothing. And I was quite short in those days as well. A bit like I am still. You is scared. Me scared? No, I'm not scared. No, not scared. No. No, it's totally understandable, man. Is it? Yeah, man, I was really scared before I took my first dive. Were you? Yeah, man, totally bricking it, know what I mean? And he walked off towards the edge of the diving board, stood there, looked back at me and he said, take the dive to feel alive. And he dove off into the water. His words inspired me to let go of the railings and walk towards the edge of the diving board. His head appeared above the surface and he looked up and said, take the dive to feel alive, man. And I thought, you know what? Oh, this guy's totally mad. And I went back and grabbed hold of the railings again. But then I started thinking about what he said about feeling alive. In my head, positive Dave and negative Dave were debating the situation. But positive Dave, it might hurt. Negative Dave, it won't hurt. Are you positive Dave? I'm always positive, negative Dave. Eventually the positive thoughts overcame the negative thoughts, and once again I found myself letting go of the railings and walking towards the edge of the diving board. Oh, my feet wanted to curl around the edge of the board like a blackbird's claw around the branches of an oak tree. Oh no. Some guys had gathered at the back of the diving board. Come on, mate, you going to dive or what? Tousled dreads guy told them to shut up. I looked round at him. He looks at me. Take the dive to feel alive. I leant forward. Suddenly I realised that my body had passed its centre of gravity. Oh, it's amazing what goes through your mind between leaving the diving board and hitting the water. Oh my God, I'm falling. Okay, Dave, tuck your head in, get your arms out straight, get the Alex back. Oh, be cool, be cool, be cool. I hope I've done my trunks up tight enough. And then you hit the wall and splash down. And silence. I pushed myself off of the bottom of the pool, broke the surface. As I looked up, there was Towsell, Dreads Guy, the other kids leaning over the edge clapping. Wow, what a feeling! I jumped out of the pool, ran round again up to the steps, ran up the steps onto the diving board, pushed them all out of the way, and I dived in again. It was such an exhilarating feeling that I did it again and again and again. When I started my first business, it was a really scary thing to do. I had a 1-year-old son, another child on the way, I had a mortgage and bills to pay. But I left my job and I started with nothing, from an office in central London. But once I committed to the business, the fear went away. Magic things started happening. And I felt more alive running a business than I'd ever done in any job I'd ever had. Now I always compare running the business to taking that dive off of the diving board. And it applies in many aspects of our lives, doesn't it? It applies in relationships, it applies in family decisions, even the decision to join Toastmasters. Every big decision we take in life carries a risk. But once you commit to that decision, it can transform your life and make you feel alive. Fellow Toastmasters, is there something in your life that you really want to do, but where fear is holding you back? If so, let go of the railings, walk towards the edge of your diving board, and take the dive to feel alive.